This is Liu Khai Trac once again, February 12, 2017. When I was in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and on October 20th, 2016, I arrived in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. 2 days after that, which was 10/22/2016, at the public square, just within feet walking distance away from where I sleep at night with my sleeping bag and so forth. That what 5 police officers, including Officer J. Pulford, PULFORD, batch number 941, and they all asked me all kind of personal questions about my plan for the day, and then asked me what would I like for them to do. So they want me to give them the instruction what to do, and then they asked me for my social security number, and then and then of course they have the audacity to ask me if they can take me to McDonald's for a burger. That's Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And then Murfreesboro, Tennessee is very, very rough. Lexington, I'll find out. I'm not afraid of it. I'm used to it. I'll be a cop expert one of these days. I speak to so many cops. In the last less than 2 months, I spoke more than 1,000 police officers, including the rank of a major. I spoke 5 police officers at one time. Check my ID cards always under the excuse of someone report. And I spoke with three police officers, 2 sergeants, and a major. I mean, that's that kind of person, that kind of rank that I have spoke to. That's how important I am to them. And I know I am a genius. There's a Scott Walker, WGNS radio talk show of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. In his office interview, he did say that I'm a genius, but he wouldn't publish a story during the 10/26/2016 on WGNS radio talk show Murfreesboro, Tennessee. He only published the idea that I'm homeless, but short of anything of conspiracy, short of anything of me being a genius, short of anything of his compliment, short of anything other than just I'm a homeless. And many of the listeners asking for my address information to contact, but they wouldn't give them. And so I just part of just a conspirator working a regular Scott Walker, vice president of WGNS radio talk show of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and he's a Southern Baptist church member, and so and on the Nashville, Tennessee, Nashville Rescue Mission on January 11, 2017. This year, when I was there in Chapel. The Nashville Rescue Mission has about 650 beds. That's probably the largest rescue mission shelter that I've ever been to in the last 10 years. And on the 11th of last January 2017, that were all and every one of the 500 to 700 homeless pray. I mean, it looks like a national revival if they were praying sincerely. All 500 to 700 homeless pray earnestly, asking God for mercy, asking God for forgiveness, asking God. The only thing they were asking, they were praying to me. I was in the chapel, so they asked me not to go see a lawyer. That's what they did. And because otherwise, if we have that many homeless pray, all of a sudden, overnight, without any preparation, without any spiritual preparation, all 500, 700 homeless pray. And then a few nights later, in the St. Ray Chapel National Rescue Mission, that the Gideon man came along with Tony, and Tony gave a testimony about how God saved his life from as a drug addict for 20-some years, and used his wife for the patient of his wife, and loved his wife to work with him for all these years that he got recovered, and gave a testimony. And that very chapel, not one single homeless would accept the invitation. So I was upset, and I asked God, I said, God, use me. That may be the first testimony to stir up the crowd that this is not right. This Tony is giving a genuine testimony rather than just a few nights ago, all 500, 700 homeless. I'm praying phonily. And so I said, God, use me. And I don't care what they hear. So I stood up, and I raised my hand and Tony on the stage. And they said, come on over, come on up. And I went up the stage, and then minute by minute, and then one by one, about 10 to 15 homeless shows up on the stage, and we hug each other, we shake hands with each other, and because we know that we all need each other, because we are genuinely seeking God for help, unlike just a few nights with a bunch of phony prayer of 500, 700 homeless praying, asking me not to go see a lawyer. the idea of it. But so after the service, Tony service, and then the Gideon man, a couple of Gideon men came to me, shook my hand, and they asked me, "What's your name?" We saw you how you helped Tony from the very beginning of the service to the very end of the service. How you helped Tony out. I say, I'm glad. It's my pleasure. It's a blessing that I can help. And but anyway, this is a Liu Khai Trac. It shows how the Nashville Rescue Mission, 50% of this is operational, but it comes from Liferay, which is a few blocks away. It's a Southern Baptist headquarters, Southern Baptist Convention headquarters in Nashville, Tennessee. And so that shows that Scott Walker is a Southern Baptist member. Doesn't have anything connection, make people think it's so obvious, go without saying. But they said just so suspicious. That's why Scott Walker only say that after the interview, in his office, he complimented being a genius and all this good word. But in the interview of the broadcast of 10/26/2016, he only said that I am homeless from Vietnam, started 1975, not short of anything that is conspiracy, short of anything. In fact, he even said about regarding the 5 police officers with Officer J. Polford, P.U. Weld, FOID badge number 941. He said that was a mistake. That's Scott Walker. Anyway, Liu Khai Trac speaking. So thank God again once thank God for the 800,000 as of now. About a month ago, I started Facebook of your Facebook people, and I thank you for your support. I have not added up by now, but I probably close to a million if I have time to add it up. But thank again, Liu Khai Trac, and I hope maybe some of you guys out there would help me to perhaps some kind of add button to raise some kind of small fund to help me get out of this homeless living environment, where I could find a place, a privacy, and maybe a laptop and a reliable cell phone that I can produce a lot of videos, I have spoken over 1,000 hours on more than 10 different scientific disciplines, from astronomy, geology, mathematical language. See that there's a spirit working that automobile tries, right? Every time I speak to something's important, just the work of the evil spirit. That's what it is. So I'm gonna keep my microphone close to me so I can speak a little louder so it's recorded. But yeah, astronomy, geology, and I spoke about global warming, spoke about the ice age, I spoke about President Obama, going to be a presidential hope of Mitt Romney, and I spoke about the Icoca. I spoke about the AT&T, a little bit of AT&T, a little bit about the Boeing, a little bit about our trade with China, and how, and of course I had a plan of when I would be, thought about running as an independent presidential candidate. I had a plan, create a $25 job in the automobile industry that for the next 20 years. And I'm very concerned about American economic, politically, and scientific as well. But most important of all, I'm a Christian. I'm very concerned about the spiritual faith of America. For it is the wisdom of God that America was blessed. It's not because of scientific know-how, though it is great, but scientific know-how, that's because of the blessings of God. But now America has deviated, America has rebelled against God's teaching, and that America is on the decline. And so I hope that one of you say that God will use me, and I know God has a great plan for me. And I'm willing to be used. I'm willing to go through this purification, a lot of pressure and stress that I'm going through right now. I know God has a great plan, and it's going to be. I expect to see a great global revival. That's my vision that God has allowed me to see it. So thanks again, Liu Khai Trac, Liutrac, Liu Trac is my name, and the DollarJournal1@gmail.com. GoodmanDavid316@gmail.com. Thanks again to my 800,000 fans on Facebook. I hope that you would copy and paste my material to your friend, to your church Facebook, to your Mark Zuckerberg. Send it to Mark Zuckerberg, let him know, see if he's playing or he's aware of it. There's too many Facebook employees involved. It just is unlikely that someone of Mark Zuckerberg doesn't know it, but let him know it. get onto his Facebook, Larry Page, same thing, and then get on the page to Justice Department Facebook, and then the state and federal congressman, all 50 states Facebook, let him know. Some congressmen, I'm sure they're aware of it, but politician does that. They lay low until times come, and right now I'm difficult to get into the media, and so this is my means of getting out to your Facebook people. Hopefully that you support me. Give me liberty or give me death, and it's a constitution that I'm upholding. I'm risking my life for it. Thank God for Thomas Jefferson, give me liberty or give me death, that kind of spirit. And thanks again, once again, God bless you, making America the greatest nation.